Nice, doing a little bit of rock crawling on the Whipsaw Trail. Day 2. Is he going for the dirty line over there? He is going for the dirty line. We got a long ways to go. I have somewhat of a crippled truck. Looks fine, doesn't it? It's fine. That you don't need to spend 40 grand to get out in the woods. This is a very, very cool trail in these trees. I am super stoked. Got to be really jeepy about it. Grandma. Do the lineup. Yeah! Sick rooftop tent, bro. It's that open diff life right there. I really like the exhaust back here. Now we're really jeeping. Now we put the expensivest Jeep and the cheapest Jeep in the mud.
It's the greatest day ever. It's the greatest day of my life. Right? Well, yeah, we can do all that. We just tap down later.
Well, it's morning 2 on the Whipsaw. It's like 7:30 in the morning and everyone's still asleep. But because I'm crazy, I'm laying under my rig, fixing it. Of course, super regret I drove through the saucy mud hole right before we got to camp yesterday. If I was doing this side, it'd be nice and bone dry. That side, saucy. Anyways, here's our problem. This is that same anchor that I've screwed up a few times. As it sits, it's buggered. Anyways, I'm gonna put you guys down here. Start making some noise for everyone who's sleeping. Because I'm tired of waiting around. Oh, and here comes Lucy. I got my anchor out. Looks fine, doesn't it? It's fine. Oh man, well, hopefully we can put some heat on this and straighten it up. I'm worried though, because it's already started to split right there. It might not like being bent back into place, but I got no other option. Welcome to this Saturday morning cartoon. Day 2 on the Whipsaw Trail. I came over 2 nights ago, stayed at my buddy J20's house. So last Saturday's video was the first day on the Whipsaw Trail, where we came in from Princeton and ended up at Wells Lake. Of course, if you watch that, you'll also see that, well, I couldn't drive by Memorial Rock without heading up Memorial Rock, and of course, I cheap found myself into a torsion bar anchor problem. So I got to try to see if I can straighten this out this morning, because I drove the last 15K on the bump stop in the front corner, and I'm about 400 kilometers from home. I don't mind driving the Whipsaw Trail on the bump stop. I don't really want to go 100 kilometers an hour on the highway on the bump stop, because that's terrifying. So we're going to see if we can fix this morning. We've still got to get up over the summit, which is, I believe, 6,400 feet elevation, and then make our way down to Lodestone Lake, which is, I think, where we're staying tonight. Anyways, it's time to find a coffee. Time to wake up Max, because he's got a vise in the back of his truck, and we're going to see if we can straighten this out. I'm a little worried about it, but hey, wouldn't be cheap finding if we weren't breaking rusty 30-year-old parts. Just a morning on the Whipsaw with me and J20.
You don't need to worry about this.
Dual torches. What's the worst that could happen? And we have an audience. Well, if you're gonna break something, you may as well break it like really good.
Yeah.
Not too worried. Oh, it's moving. Well, I'm from the island, so I have quite a few crescent wrenches.
Are they metric or imperial?
They're whatever you need them to be.
That one doesn't want to move.
They're usually a little bit the wrong size. Yes. Now she's moving like butter. Without that vise, we would be dicked. That one's a hell of a lot better than freaking it was 10 minutes ago. We're winning. So what's your guys' rate? 175 an hour or
250 in the bush?
250. It's a call out, so therefore it's like 80 bucks a hit with the hammer. Don't melt your tailgate.
Probably glass too, so.
I'm gonna say it looks pretty good right now. On the way to success.
It's looking definitely better than it looked this morning. Oh yeah, that almost looks like I could use it. That's a lot closer to the shape it's supposed to be. I've got this thing jacked up super sketchy, because you know how we do. And my anchor is definitely not the prettiest, but we're gonna climb back under there, bolt this thing back in. You can see where it was rubbing real good, but thankfully these old super swampers take a beating. Sketchy. I had to put on my Stoop-I-Ed Guy shirt today because, well, Stoop-I-Ed Guy. hopefully it holds up. It's time to try to make myself some breakfast before I miss out on that because I've been busy wrenching. Whipsaw 2022.
Yeah, it might be some.
The scuttle going hard.
Yeah, it's from the garden.
Nice. Well played. Well played.
May not be for everyone.
This is called an amuse-bouche wrench, actually.
Gotcha.
It's before or after. Breakfast of champions. A little exhaust repair in the morning. Laying in the dust really sucks, eh? That's how I started my morning. Oh, man.
Fucking custom.
Custom. That's the way. Ah, yeah, there's a problem right there. And we're just pulling out of camp right now, heading along the trail to, I believe, Lodestone Lake. We got a long ways to go. I have somewhat of a crippled truck. For those of you guys who didn't watch last week, what is a Whipsaw Trail? It is a old pioneer trail from a couple of forts that was started in the 1870s, and then it turned into a hunting trail. It's 105 kilometers long, so it takes about 12 hours to run through the trail. So usually you want to spend at least one night on the trail, if not two. We're going to spend 2 nights. It's like noon because we had such a slow morning because well, we had to fix my rig. But now we've got a couple hours drive here and we'll get to Lodestone. What we're working our way up to now is I don't know what the pass is called. I can't remember, but it's 6,400 feet. He says as we head downhill. We do a lot of up and downhill over the next 10 kilometers. Either way, good times on the Whipsaw Trail. I'm loving it. A couple of breakfast trail sodas really help to keep things feeling great. We are up to 13 rigs now because James showed up late last night in the dark in his JK. So we've got ourselves a bonus Jeep car now. This isn't proper 4-wheel drive in here. We're on a mega downslope. This technical wheeling, I don't know, it doesn't really seem very Cheapfindery. I normally like to just smash through things, but I also have to drive this 300-something K home before the end of this video. So, good times, boys. I'm having fun at least. I was stressed out yesterday, not gonna lie. At the end of the video, I probably did not seem too happy, and I laid there in bed last night thinking about how I was gonna fix this. But huge shout out to Rocco, Joe, J20, Max, the whole crew of homeboys helping me this morning. And without their help, I would still be stuck in the woods. So big thanks to those boys for the assist. So far, I'm pretty happy with how she's running. I also got to put it out there. Huge thanks to the patrons on the Patreon channel for helping out. I wouldn't have been able to make it over here without your guys' support. So you guys over there on the channel, as always, I love you guys, and thanks for the help. Because of you guys, we're able to plan these trips, and well, I want to do this again. Like, even though I'm not even through this trip, and the Cheapfinder's broken. Now, if any of you guys, Washington State or around BC or somewhat close by, I would love to come do some road trip rock crawling with you guys. So let me know on the Patreon channel if you guys have this sort of couple day rock crawling off-road adventure, because I want to come and I want to do some rock crawling. Also, I guess I should mention, a bunch of you guys I know watch this channel. A bunch of you guys are with me right now who watch the channel all the time. So stoked on that, guys. I'm thanks for inviting me, J20, and thanks for having me, all you guys, Team Mainland. I'm having fun. I'm also really happy that my $1,200 box is making it work in here. You know, we got a $40,000 Jeep in front of me. We got a $40,000 Tacoma. You know, we got some fancy rigs. We got the old Cheapfinder. So that's the whole point in Project Cheapfinder, guys, is that you don't need to spend 40 grand to get out in the woods. You just need to know a few things and buy some cheap junk, and then also have good friends with good tools who can help you out if you have a problem. This is kind of gross looking, guys. I gotta focus here. we like to say, I am super glad that the rear end is welded in this thing, because without it, this would be a lot more effort. But with the welded rear, it just plants and goes pretty good. This is a very, very cool trail in these trees. I am super stoked. So I think this is called IFS Rock. I took the Jeep line around because I'm a chicken. Because I'm trying not to break my car. But Firm's getting her done here in the Takuma. Ah, yeah, belly. Nothing but belly. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta bump it a little bit. Nice, doing a little bit of rock crawling on the Whipsaw Trail. Day 2, stoked on this. Look at these fancy Jeep cars. Like nothing. Ah, just like that. Momentum is key when you're in an IFS car, or sorry, an open car. So open diffs. It looks like they're maybe limited slip diffs, but attaboy, yes. Nice. Sick rooftop tent, bro. I hope he struggles on this. Yeah, long wheelbase, struggle.
I went down, went up. I knew it could make it.
Keep going, you're doing it.
Ah, you got her. Gotta give her some mustard. Thought you weren't opening up your roof.
You're fine. Look at how expensive that thing is.
I know. Yeah. So much money just rolling over.
No kidding. And I'm really proud of you because your Jeep that costs 1/10 that had an easier climb up there.
Hasn't even really done much to the improving of the traction.
I think he's got this like fancy TV in there. It's giving him all sorts of information, showing him what angle he's on. Look at that. You gotta get right in there. We get the full Jeep effect. Jeeping ain't easy. You can do it.
Hey, Reese, last time in my Cherokee.
There's a difference between the hard line and just a bad line. You can make even the easy line bad if you take it the wrong shot. You gotta do like perm. You gotta stop being a pussy about it, back up and hit it a little bit.
Long wheelbase needs a bump. There you go. There you go. Jesus.
He had to be told.
Yeah.
That's a real Jeepy sort of thing. He needed a spotter. Oh, look at that Jeep Flex there. Jeep Flex. With a mustache like that, he means business. Or he means he's in a porn later, I don't know. It's one of those two things. Oh, J20 doing some Jeeping up there. My man. This is pretty gnarly. Like people are telling me, one of the guys mentioned in my YouTube channel, cheers bud, that you took a Pathfinder 31s up this hill not too long ago, and you did okay. And I gotta say, props to you. Open on 31s. This would be pretty gnarly. Thankfully I got the 34s and I got the welded rear. She climbs pretty nice. Just doing the thing in the woods. Also, I climbed under. I took a look at that torsion anchor. So far so good. It's looking, the anchor itself is looking pretty happy. It's not slipping off or deflecting anything so far. But I definitely did not crank that T-bar up very much. So we're sitting low in that corner. Oh yeah. So if you're on the fence about welding the rear in your Nissan, you really should. Because without the welded rear, this would be a struggle. So for the $3.99 that it cost me 2 cans of brake fluid and a little bit of wear, and that's money well spent. Also, I was telling the boys this morning, Rocco was asking me about Cheapfinder 2.0. Well, this is 2.0 because I already had one, and you can find the video on my channel. We wrecked it. It didn't last long.
frame was super crusty. The reason I'm telling you about it is because one of the reasons to buy a Cheapfinder is you end up with parts. And so Cheapfinder 1.0, I took the windshield out, put it in the Pathmaker rig, and I also pulled all the EFI stuff off and put it in the Pathmaker rig. So that was an absolute score. And for 300 bucks, this was an $800 special to buy it. But when I kill it, well, it'll either turn into a yard truck or we'll pull some parts off of it. Oh, here's some randoms on the drill. Those are the Aussies that we passed yesterday. That's the thing about Whipsaw, you end up leapfrogging groups all day long because everyone stops different times, stops different places. Lots of groups out here. It's good times. Oh, it's getting dusty. I should close this window. Oh, is he going for the dirty line over there? He is going for the dirty line.
Hi, Brian, but I don't know which team. Which team?
I want nothing to do with that. Attaboy. Hammer down. Stay on it. Stay on it. Oh, is he gonna make it? Stay on it. Stay on it. Oh no! Well, the open Jeep just got stuck. Well, you tried. Are you still moving? Oh, I don't believe he's moving anymore. That was close. Open.
I was getting a little bored, so...
It's one of those things though, if the rear was welded, I bet you would have just walked through, but it's that open diff life right there.
You let me just get in, okay?
It's definitely cocktail hour. Let me stand behind him so he shoots all the mud in my face. Winch in. I'm so glad I didn't drive through there.
Turn on your lockers! Rear locker!
That smell, he's gonna marinate in that tonight. Hot mud. Just dragging his pumpkin up over there. See the open diff, his tires change their mind all of a sudden. I really like the exhaust back here. I know a girl that sounds like that. Blub, blub, blub.
A bolt-on stinger?
Oh, yes, it is.
It has bolts.
Step back is what we're gonna say.
Isn't that like kind of sort of a no-no?
Shh.
No, that's okay.
We need to get our friend out of the mud, Max.
Alright.
No, the chain is
I'm
terrifying.
leaving. This car is happening.
Well, if you stand parallel, I think it's okay. It's when you're in line, it's the bad. I don't know. I'll stand behind Brian Fontana.
Yeah, I think we need to go backwards. That's not good.
This is not good.
Hey!
Oh,
Stop!
it's not happening.
That's Tyrod.
Oh, lit up. It's not happening. Drag him backwards.
Bring in the skyhook.
Bring in the skyhook.
Please fuck.
Since what are friends for? You're welcome. Oh, now we're really jeeping. Now we put the expensivest Jeep and the cheapest Jeep in the mud. I like that the expensive Jeep is struggling. Yes, struggle! Advice! Advice! This is a terrible idea. I love it. So what's your plan now? How do we get to the island? Do we throw the child over there? Nice! Made the jump. Now you gotta go get that winch. You gotta throw it to me. Aim for my face. Throw as hard as you can. Aim for my face. Seriously. Close enough. You throw it right at me and make it a me problem.
What are we gonna do here, though?
Look at this.
This is not
How
gonna
many
work.
dollars did this thing cost?
This is not gonna
What is
work.
that? Is that 200 bucks or? I'm just waiting for the slip faceplant to happen here. Or you to drop the thing and it's just gonna disappear.
You're waiting for the epic failure.
We don't want it to go well.
No. Well does not work out well on video.
Exactly. Ah, there's your problem. He's hitting things in there. I don't see any front anymore. About halfway through there, you lost front, and that was just one wheel peel. It didn't even make a bad sound though.
No, everything's hooked up.
Well, we had a little interlude there in the mud pit, and I think he's got four-wheel drive again. There was something up with his linkage going in the mud there, and it popped him into two-wheel drive. But we're back on the trail. Oh, I do believe this is the summit, which is we're at 6,400 feet, I believe. Last time I was up here, my Whipsaw video, it was super smoky. We couldn't even see those trees in the distance. And this is the top. Epic views on the Whipsaw Trail. So I think we're stopping here for a group photo, which is really jeepy. And then we might have some lunch. And then we're gonna continue on to Lodestone Lake, which is where we're gonna camp for night number 2. Gotta be really jeepy about it.
Grandma.
Do the lineup.
It's like a bunch of Jeeple.
I know, it's because this Toyota loser wanted us to do it. So what do we got? We got 4Runner, Dodge Ram, JK, Gladiator, JK, XJ, Tacoma, Cheapfinder, 4Runner, XJ, Suzuki Samurai, 4Runner. Hey, I got it right for once. Also, in typical us fashion, we stood around having lunch. Leave it to somebody to do something stupid. Well, I hope he knows to gas out. This seems like a terrible idea.
Seems like a terrible idea. Let's film it.
Exactly. That's literally my job. Well, don't worry. They just call it what? Impossible climb?
Yeah.
What do they say about drop though?
It's always good when you can see his face to the roof.
I hope you don't fall.
The best thing about descending is, worst case scenario, you hit the gas and you have
Woo! Woo!
Nicely.
Wow!
gas.
Well done.
That's a round of applause right there.
All right, who's next?
Well, that man has bigger balls than the rest of us. We are not worthy. Damn, son.
When we saw Aiden coming down the hill, we're like, holy shit, he's gonna drop it. Wow. Aiden's on the side going, I hope you don't fall, Dad.
Jetson's mobile. This thing's got the wicked exhaust leak, and it literally sounds like George Jetson's car. Done lunch at the peak. Had lunch, had a trail soda, and now we're off to Lodestone Lake, which I know I've said 17 times already in this half-assed tour that I'm giving you guys. I think we have half an hour, maybe an hour to go down to Lodestone, but I have no idea because we're in La La Land. So yeah, it's just a lot of picking your way slowly through these stupid rocks. Since this thing is not in the best shape right now, we are going slow. But we got nothing but time. I'm trying to nurse my suspension. And these stupid rocks are just a little bit annoying. So I really gotta choose my line, pick my way. But we're winning. It's getting dusty out though. Dust's starting to hang in the trees a bit. It's starting to taste like dust. All right, well, I'm cabin problems there, right, as I'm doing a river crossing. There's this sketchy little like samurai bridge there. But water's not too deep today. Apparently sometimes it's sketchy deep. Not today. Just a little bit more crawling here. Just flexing her out.
Call for 80. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
So, Cheapfinder's working great today. I'm 1,200 bucks worth of happy so far. We're definitely gonna have to adjust the torsion bar tonight at camp. The Royal We. I will be doing that, laying in the dirt. Right now, I'm just holding up the entire pack because I'm number 3 in the line. Oh, and hopefully, along the way here somewhere, we see some cows because this is open grazing land. So it's really random when you're driving along and all of a sudden there's a cow in the middle of the trail. But that happens all the time here. So, fingers crossed, we'll get to honk at some cows. Apparently there's a main campsite on the one side, and we each drove right past it. And now we're in the dust, going around the back side. Because, well, you know how we do it. It's insanely dusty again. And we're almost there, which is good, because I need a trail setup. I do believe we have arrived.
Good turn around, ready to go up the lookout. Yeah, so when you get right to go to the camp, go stay left instead.
Apparently we're going up to the lookout. I don't know what that means, but...
You know what kid this is, Joe?
Greatest day ever. Greatest day of my life. Right?
Well, we're up at the lookout, apparently.
What a class act that guy is. That's the shotgun pee. Seldom seen. Well done.
You go your whole life without saying something like that.
How high are we? Pretty damn high.
I actually don't know what the elevation is.
Oh look, there's a cross right there. Somebody with a Suzuki. That's cool.
Memorial.
You guys see that?
Well, now I'm just trying to turn around from this sketchy lookout spot that we went up to. And then we're gonna go set up camp. You don't need to worry about a little striping. Well, all right. We are pulling into Lodestone Lake now, and we gotta figure out where we're gonna camp.
Well, the cavalry has arrived. Here we are. Campsite Lodestone Lake.
Hey, shooter!
I'm gonna set up here with before it gets dark, and drink some beers. I also am gonna mess with my torsion bar a little bit more. The odds are I'm not signing out, and I'm gonna turn this back on because we're gonna get up to some stupid shenanigans because my friends are idiots.
You'll make it.
No, it was throttle at the right time. It was throttle.
Yeah. And it happened to be
From
the
start
right
to
time.
end.
Into a wall. It was just never left. Into a wall.
I shut my door. Cherokee coming at me.
I think the stinger actually helped him time.
Well, we've officially stood around drinking trail sodas for long enough that we've come up with some great ideas. Fancy rooftop tents over there by the Jeeples. Well, obviously we've come up with a new video idea for the Cheapfinder because rooftop tents are ridiculous. That one that we were just looking at on the Jeep, that's worth thousands of dollars. Project Cheapfinder, $1,200. So I guess we're gonna have to make the poor man's RTT, and odds are I'm gonna fall off the roof. We're gonna have to add that stupid project to the list. And it's almost time for dinner and a bunch more cocktails. Tomorrow, the Whipsaw continues going and it loops back around to Princeton. But that doesn't make any sense for us because a bunch of the guys live in Kamloops. So we actually do a little bit more wheeling, and then we get onto the logging roads and we head down to the number one, and we end up outside of Merritt, and our buddies head north and we head back south. We've got a bit more filming to do tomorrow, a bit more adventure. Oh, I also spent 20 minutes laying in the dust. I cranked the torsion bar on the passenger side. We're sitting a little bit low. I was definitely bouncing out of the bump stop for most of the drive today. With our blacksmithing job this morning, the torsion anchor seems pretty good. In theory, I should replace it when I get home, but knowing me, stupid guy, it's working good enough. I probably just are gonna leave it. Anyways, it's time to have a steak and a whole bunch more cocktails. We also, Jacques Daniel came out, and we lost the lid already, which is a real inconvenience when you're working with a 40-pounder. But I guess we have some Jacques to drink. So I guess it's Whiskey Saturdays on the Whipsaw Trail. It's morning on day 2 on the Whipsaw. And
we're moving slow this morning. And also, I guess I missed out. I should have went with these guys last night. They went out to do some wheeling at like midnight. And the Cherokee is super dead. He spat the rear drive shaft out. He did the front pinion in, and we think he might have exploded T-case as well. So that thing's a lawn ornament. It has 0-wheel drive. That's what happens when you go wheeling at midnight with a bunch of idiot friends. The real question is there regrets over here, or still no regrets?
Still no regret.
Nah, that's good. That's good then.
Just trying to figure out how I'm gonna get it home.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Front pinion makes bad sounds. There's no rear drive shaft. We might need those U-joints out of the front drive shaft and to put them in the rear drive shaft. So,
Well, if you're gonna do it, you may as well do it right. Well, at least we're closer to home than we were yesterday.
yeah.
So we've now determined the alternator in the XJ died when he got stuck in the mud yesterday, because in Jeep's infinite wisdom, the alternator is on the bottom of the motor. So he was driving all day just off the battery, and it is stone cold dead. So we're using the fancy Jeep to put some charge into this. And Mike's under here trying to drill out these U-bolts.
Oh, that looks fun.
I got one drilled, but this one was the one to the left end.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, just what I wanted to be doing this morning.
Dana 35 life.
Oh, so bad.
Well, you were driving it like you had wontons. That's the problem. That was operator error.
There was a little bit of abuse there for sure.
Whatever. That's good times.
Mike's still fixing. While he's doing that, Perm's got the scuttle going. Breakfast of champions. It's all we have is like 6 pounds of bacon. It's gonna be a meaty breakfast. Oh, the scuttle's getting real full now. 5 pounds of meat, some hash browns, and 15 eggs. We'll just keep adding stuff to the dish. Breakfast on the Whipsaw. Loving it. Thanks to Big Perm.
Oh yeah, there's a problem.
So Mike pulled the rear yoke off, which he'd been drilling for a while. And then he pulled the front yoke off. And we're gonna try to put it on the rear. We're gonna try to rebuild this drive shaft.
Just heat it up.
Obviously the clips are on.
Yeah. That was our first step.
Wait, what? Clips?
Aha!
It's on. That's a good sound.
Hey!
Oh, they just popped your U-joint.
Oh, that sounds
Sounds like we're
promising
moving
on their
forwards.
end.
It's got some slop in it.
Bearing definitely is.
I guess, yeah, that's your backlash right there. You got a lot of backlash.
Jesus. I don't know.
If you tighten it down, is it going to get better, or is that... Now how is it? Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, you just set the backlash like that. We're good. We do have a professional gear guy around here somewhere, but nah, I don't worry about it. I thought you guys were winning. It made a good sound.
Yeah, it did. Well, my part's done.
Exactly. He's waiting on the rest of us.
So
Sparks and everything. Special effects.
my ears.
It's a nice hammer.
That is a nice hammer.
Here, just grab something. We just knock it out.
Like a small socket. Yeah, there you go. I mean, all the things.
There it is. Hey, winner, winner. Oh, now it's stuck in there.
It's a new problem. Okay, my job's done.
Nice. So now we just need another
That way
U
really
joint. Oh, a brand spanking new one. Whew. It's gonna be a lot nicer shape than the old one.
Got some emery cloth or anything?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, we're heading out of here. Mike is still trying to fix his drive shaft, but those guys go north. We're going southbound. So cranked the T-bar a bit more last night, and it's feeling better so far. We're feeling a little more level. Straight. The clutch master not working super great today, so it's actually kind of hard to shift, but you don't need to worry about shifting. And I have no idea where we're going. I have no idea any of that stuff, but we are the southbound and down crew heading to Vancouver. And then of course I have to take another $82 ferry and head back over to the island. But it's all part of the pleasure of being an island spec. epic trip so far. It's been a fun one. So huge thanks to the guys on my Patreon channel for all the support and helping get me out here so we could do this with these guys. And we're already talking about more dumb trips because, well, the Cheapfinder has worked pretty damn good so far. So we're just gonna chow some more dust because, you know, the theme of this trip so far has been chowing dust. But I also have to say, no backups so far. None of this is real hard rock crawling, but either way, no backups. You know how we roll. Well, I lost my radio, so now I have no friends. Now it's lonely and I have nobody to talk to. We are now on the Logging Road, Maine. Woo, washboards. And we got 30K, something like that, of this. And then we get spat out on the Coquihalla. And then it's just highway driving home. Well, open grazing land. So here's the cows we were looking for. Man, it would suck to hit one of those at speed. Even though we're not on the Whipsaw Trail anymore, still got some beautiful vistas out here. This is nice looking country. It's hard to see with the dust, but it's better than smoke. And of course, we come around one of the mountains into the next valley, and well, this valley is full of smoke. So ain't that the way it goes around here. So maybe I spoke too soon about being out of the smoke. I can't see anything. We just also hit this huge G out at speed, and I was watching the rearview mirror, and Joe like aired his Toyota out behind me, his 4Runner. So I don't believe he saw that one. Well, of course, we're making our way out, and it's supposed to just be nothing but logging roads. And well, we just came upon this. So we gotta go around here. There's a bit of a drop, and then we gotta go around another spot with a bit of a drop, and then another spot with a bit of a drop. Ah! Test Jummy J20. Yeah. He's doing it. He's doing the thing. Nice. Awesome. That didn't look so bad. In theory, it's nicely packed, but that's a long ways down. I'll let you know how much space you got over here. You got 3 feet still. You got 2 feet still. You're looking good. 18 inches. That's not bad. That's not so bad. I'm used to 1-ton axles, which are quite a bit wider. Just noticing that all of my high-speed bombing, I'm sacked out in front again. So it's gonna be a bump stop ride home, but I'm not touching it. We're so close to being out of here. And I was just looking, that torsion bar has fully sacked out again. I am sitting on the bump stop on that side. So we're about 3 inches lower in the right front corner. And I'm running about 15 PSI right now. So it's gonna be a fun rip down the highway, that's for sure. Well, we're southbound down at 80 kilometers an hour on the bump stop in the front end. And it's a little sketchy. But Google tells me I got 220K to go to the ferry. So it's not actually as far as I thought on the home stretch. Just about to pull to the ferry dock. I'm like out of breath because end of October, it's like 28 degrees outside, and I've been driving for 4 hours now. So there's no carpet in this thing. So the floor of the Cheapfinder is like 150 degrees right now, and it is a sweat lodge in here. Oh, and I gotta get out of this car. It's so hot in here. It's terrible. In a glass box of emotion. Oh, and I'm losing my voice. Weird how that works. I got some time to kill, waiting for the ferry, so I better wrap this thing up. Epic Whipsaw 2022 trip. If you missed out on day one, go check that out on my channel. And well, 2-day trip, 2 videos.
and a whole lot of fun. We had a good day. We'll try to find out some information about what happened with Mike's Jeep there. Adam's buddy was coming to pick him up in his tow rig, in his trailer. Adam's the guy in the white Suzuki, and well, his buddy hit a deer and smashed the hell out of the side of Adam's truck. I drove for the last 300 kilometers on the bump stop, and I'm hot, I'm tired, and I'm dirty to be in public like this. But epic Whipsaw Trail trip. Huge thanks to the guys who helped me fix my torsion anchor on Saturday morning. Huge thanks to everybody, to J20 for inviting me, and I don't know, epic trip, guys. Stoked to have been invited, and let's do it again next year. I was gonna say maybe I'll have a fancier rig, but obviously I'm not gonna have a fancier rig. I should probably fix the bump stop though. Anyways, let's hopefully get on this damn ferry and go home. It's time for a shower.